Yo, this is Jay Brooks, and right now you're listening to the Lengthier Lads podcast, featuring Annoying Mouse, the average EAFC player, Bertie, aka the Gaffer, and Azza Gaming. So sit back, make a cup, and enjoy this episode of the Lengthier Lads. Bosh!
Yes, let's get lengthy. Welcome back to another episode of the Lengthy Lads podcast. Yes, boys, we are back after a well-earned Christmas break, and we are ready to talk all things EAFC 24. As always, I, the average FC player, or Ryan to the blokes in front of me, am joined by Annoying Mouse and Azza to talk champs, evos, gameplay, promos, EA, and especially for today, FIFA tunes. The best tunes that you can think of from FIFA of all time. Now, unfortunately, the Gaffer cannot be with us today because he's otherwise engaged, but we have some of his opinions here by proxy and some of the things that he wants to chat about by proxy. So we'll try our very best to do them justice. Shane, we miss you already, mate. Need you back next week, please. Azza, my boy, how are you? Happy New Year. How was your Christmas? What have you been up to? And how was your champs experience this weekend?
Happy New Year to you, you sexy devil. I am good. Had a very good Christmas, very good New Year's. Bit of a weird Christmas, really. My sister is in the Navy, so she was on a ship away for... Well, she was away for her birthday, Christmas, and New Year's. So a lot of money having to be spent this week, making it up to her when I give her presents. But all good personally. Inside of FIFA, all good. Enjoying the game at the moment. Besides Sunday, I think it was, when it was just really buggy and laggy. Feel like the whole timeline felt that, but yeah, all good. Weekend league went well. I think I was 11-3, and then I ended up something like 13-7. Bit of a choke, but back on streaming as well, which is good. So I did stream my weekend league. So yeah, all good. Enjoying FIFA at the moment.
Yeah, to anybody that hasn't been following for a long time, Azza is doing a YouTube series and a Twitch series at the moment, which is all based around icons. And this particular icon is Fernando Torres. It's class. It's absolutely class. I'm not just saying it because he's my mate and I fancy him, but it's a fucking class series. So anybody that doesn't or hasn't listened to it or watched any of his streams or watched any of his YouTube vids, get onto his YouTube channel and get onto his Twitch, because I guarantee you it will get you lengthy. Mouse, Happy New Year to you. You're about 85 years old, so you need to make the most of the year ahead. How was your Christmas, your New Year's, and your champs experience this weekend?
I'm not going to say Happy New Year after that because you're a prick. So, Christmas was really good, to be fair, just with the family. It was our off year this year because me and my partner, both our boys are not both of ours, so we don't have them alternate years. So it was just a little one this year, my little girl. So she enjoyed it. She had all the attention on her. But really good. Just nice to spend some family time, to be honest. Took a bit of time away from Twitter, away from FIFA. It was nice to have a little break, and back with renewed energy. So played champs last weekend. Actually went 13-7. I managed to get to 11-6. I did fail on the last game to get to 14 wins, but it's the highest I've been to this year so far, and it's the first time I've really wanted to go past 11 as such. So, I've actually using Div 10's new setup, the 4-5-1, which was really, really good. And it actually made me want to play the game, which is ideal. Apart from that, and I've done everything this week. I've even played Rivals, done most of squad battle. I'm all done, mate. Just playing the cups and, loving life.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Feeling positive about the game. That safety positivity is flowing through us still.
Yeah.
I ain't played champs because I just couldn't be asked, to be quite honest. But I've done all my rivals. I've done the cup. I've got one game left of the cup. Really enjoying the gameplay. Actually think I'm going to qualify and play champs this weekend because I have a free weekend, which is not like me. But anyway, now we've pulled in the big guns for today's pod. We have a brand new guest to the Lengthy Lads podcast, but I must point out he's not actually new to the pod. I'm going to freestyle this one a little bit. He's a mic man, an MC, a musician, a man that you won't find boxed. It's JB14 himself.
Yeah, what are you saying, guys? Thank you for having me on. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all you guys. Nice to hear that you all had a bit of fun in that. Like when I was working all through Christmas and New Year, getting very drunk. I had a banger roasting on Boxing Day at my girlfriend's house. But yeah, like,
Love that.
I've absolute pleasure to be on, boys. Like, honestly, like, you're a bunch of great lads, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. But like, I can't say I play champs and stuff because, to be fair, half the time I qualify and I forget about it, or I did
That's fair.
get to 3 wins the other day and I pressed the Y button on my Xbox controller when I was busy on the phone, and
I did that a few weeks ago. Yeah, I did that a few weeks ago.
I do it all the time, and I got the points back, and I was
Awful.
like, do you know what? I'm not even bothering this weekend. I've got work to do and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And with music and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
over Christmas
Yeah,
and that,
Yeah, that's fair, bud.
getting the stuff ready. You know how it is, boys. But thank you for getting me on. I appreciate this so much.
Nah, it's a pleasure, mate. I love how you threw in the stuff about your missus and the roast dinner because she's sat right behind
Sat
you
right
right now.
behind me. Yeah, the roast dinner was very good. Tell your mum that. Yeah, cheers, babe.
Unreal. Right, yeah, Jay, absolute pleasure to have you on, mate. Again, we can
pleasure.
say it to your face now. Like that introduction you've done for us and the outro, absolutely unbelievable. We're buzzing with it. We're really, really happy.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I can't take all the credit for that though. My friend, crazy, as you call him, he produced the beat. It's an actually an Ariana Grande song, and he flipped it in studio just after my birthday. We had a little bit of a session, and then the whole tune's kind of like just come together and stuff, and it's coming out real soon. Actually, hopefully in March. So yeah,
Perfect.
man.
So we'll get a little Lengthy Lads
Oh,
exclusive.
you get
to
this.
that one,
You get it sent to the email every time. Don't worry about that.
Love that. Right. We'll give Jay a little bit of an opportunity later on to talk about music, talk about FIFA tunes, because you know that's what we wanted to get you on for.
Appreciate it.
It's an idea that that's been floating around for a little bit of a
Yeah,
bit of
man.
time, but
It's a good idea, man.
It's taken us ages to come up with the top five. Well, top five each anyway. But before we do that, we'll start with the game. Boys, I want to discuss Evos. I want to discuss evolutions. Possibly, I mean, arguably the best thing that has been introduced to Ultimate Team in what 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know. Arguably the best thing. I'm not quite sure that I agree with the way they do it all the time. However, a cracking concept. Now, I've been engaging again. Lads, I've been engaging in FIFA. It's fucking nuts, I know. But I've been engaging in Evos, particularly David Alaba's team of the week that has been turned into a 93 rated centre half. And Glenn Kamara, the boy, the Finnish legend that is playing for the Leeds United right now. And he's playing in centre mid. He's fucking unbelievable. I can't tell you. He's 73 rated card, got up to an 88. I love it. I love the concept. Absolutely class. I chucked a tweet out the other day saying, show me your unique evolutions. And I had like 75 to 100 replies of all these random people that have been evoed. And I'm loving it. I think that's absolutely class. But I want to know what your opinions are on Evos. Do you agree with the way they're doing it? Do you think we should be able to Evo 2 people at a time, 3 people at a time? What are your thoughts? Well, Mouse, we'll start with you because if I'm quite honest, this was your idea. So let's start with you, mate.
It's just sort of sprung to mind that how far Evos are going to be taken. So I just want to run something by you guys because I think you'll be quite surprised with the stats. So with the new one that came out, Stop Right There and the Finisher Evolutions, which takes the Squad Foundation's Babajide up to an 89 rated card. Now, I've raved about this card and it is really, really good in game and I've used it. And, you know, I think just because she's not a household name, I think people are kind of nervous to use the card or do the card. But I'll just run some stats of this card. So she's got 99 agility, balance, strength, and jumping, 98 short pass, 97 vision, 95 crossing, 94 sprint speed and ball control, 92 acceleration and finishing, 90 positioning and reactions, 89 shot power, 88 dribbling, 87 curve, 86 long pass and heading, 85 composure, and 83 stamina. So 20 of her 29 stats are above 85 and 13 of the 29 are above 90 rated. The only ones that she's under 83 are volleys, penalties, free kicks, intercepts, defensive awareness, stand and slide tackle and aggression. So not even stats that would matter to her card. Yeah, exactly.
That was cold.
Yeah. So, and then I thought, so she's got 2,404 in-game stats. So that got me thinking, let's have a look. So that gives her 54 more in-game stats than Ronaldinho's Thunderstruck card. She's only got 7 less stats than Mia Hamm's Icon card. She's got 71 more stats than Mbappe's 93 card. 103 more than that Winter Wild card Garincha that you've got, Ryan. There's 103 more than Henri's base card. Now, this card's nuts. I even looked into last year. She's only got 5 less in-game stats than Team of the Season Liao. And
Wow.
we're in January. Now, yes, this card's going to be amazing, and the stats back it up perfectly. She's 4-star, 5-star. She's got 6 different play styles. She's got everything you need. And my concern is now where do they go with the Evos? Because if we're sitting at this card in January, it's got to stop, or there'll be some of these will be 99 rated, or are we just going to get a massive plateau now going forward? Because I think we've kind of reached the ceiling. I don't see how we go up and above these cards. We're talking some of these cards are above 93 rated icons, which is just not, that's a bit worrying to me. But I just wanted to know from you guys, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're too aggressive now? I know we all moaned at the start because you couldn't really do enough, but it's got to a point now that they've put these last couple in and it's made some cards very, very tasty.
I personally think it'll be a long time before that card, for example, there can be evoed again.
Yeah.
Because those stats, like you said, all bar, was it 12, were 85 and above.
Yeah.
If you look at the current existing evos, I don't think any of that would qualify for any. So I think they will even themselves out, and we'll get some absolutely cracked ones slip through the little gaps and stuff. I'm hoping they'll even themselves out anyway. And it is something that really needs to be in line with the power curve of the game. Because if we could repeat that one and get about 4 different players, for example, like that,
it's going to be dangerous.
It's going to be carnage.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. That's my concern.
I'm not, like, obviously you may not be able to evo her at all now throughout the rest of the cycle, but she sounds good enough that you wouldn't have to anyway.
It's an endgame card. It's an endgame card, like literally.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. The stats sound crazy.
At the same time as well, haven't we always wanted to be able to get those high-end cards ourselves? We may not be getting the R9s and the Ronaldinhos and stuff, but at least we're getting stuff that on paper are somewhat equivalent to them.
Just as good. As good.
Yeah.
It's a taste, isn't it? It's a taste for us to be able to see what they're like. Obviously, she's not going to play like a Ronaldinho, but it's just that slight little taste to see what Bateson gets to experience every day.
Yeah, I think what we have to remember is we know, as people that are avid FIFA players and have been for the last however many years, that people like Mbappe, people like Hullet, people like I guess Cantona in some capacity have these incredible body types that have an impact upon the way that they play as a card, right? Now, I've heard real shit things about the current Hullet. They're always going, oh, he's crap, he's this, he's overrated. No, he's not. It's Rude Hullet. If any Rude Hullet card within the game is going to be incredible. But having the opportunity to use these cards that are probably, if you put them into FootWiz or FootBin or FootGG, whatever you use, that Babaji DJ card, what is she like? She's going to be like a 97 rated striker.
She's busy spinning decks, mate. What was that? She's a what?
she's going to be like a 97 rated striker or something.
Well, actually, that's what I mean. She's only 89 rated, which is just disgusting.
It's like she's not 89 rated.
No, nowhere near. She's about a 92, 93. I worked it out. Yeah.
So we put it that way, right? The only thing that I will say is I completely agree with what Az is saying. We have moaned and whined for years about not having grindable content on the game. then as soon as we get grindable content on the game, we've got, oh, she's too overpowered for being in January. She's better than Team of the Year Mbappe already. She's and actually, maybe we should just be thankful that we can have a card like that that's absolutely cracking, like incredible card that somebody like me could have, who's an 11-win player in champs and hardly ever plays the game. So actually, like, maybe we spin a positive on that and say, do you know what, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a positive because, you know, it gives you a way of grinding without having, you know, it's just 175k, but that card's, you know, not 175k's worth. It's a good 600k, I would have said.
Easy.
So, you know, like you said with Evos when you were saying earlier that how they work and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't agree with how they work. Like, anyone that knows me knows that I love Sorloth, and you know he's been through two evolutions so far. But the only issue he's got now is he's got such high physicals that he's now just, you know, he's just priced out of every Evo. That's what's, you know, like you were saying, whether that is going to get to a point that we stop now and then you're allowed to build up, say 5-6 players, something like that, which would be great because I did actually mention to you guys yesterday that whether I look at start building a full Evo team, and because it's almost doable now, like.
It's just a goalkeeper we ain't got.
Yeah, just a goalkeeper we haven't got. Yeah. And there's so many you can put through it. But I did actually just have a thought just then. Do you think that EA, now, towards the beginning of this game, you remember, we had so many squad foundation players. Now, I know you had the new leagues, you had the women's leagues, but we had even compared to last year, they absolutely drilled them out. We were getting them every week, 3-4 a week, just pounding them out. Every time I go into an evolution and I check the things, the ones I've still got remaining in my club are there to be evoed.
Yeah,
have EA sat there and actually planned some of this evolution cycle around those squad foundation players? Because
definitely,
what do we always moan about? We do them and they're useless.
Yeah.
But you look at all of them now. You know, the Chelsea. I saw the Chelsea. I can't remember her name. The lady centre back. She can go into one of the defending ones. The left back ones obviously can go in as well. We've got this lady as well, Babjide. So have they actually built this around that? Is that why all these players are slipping through? Because they actually built the squad foundation players to be kind of the Evo players going forward. Bit of a food for thought there. It could be a bit of conspiracy, but it's just odd that they all come up. Whenever I check the thing, they're always on the page.
It's always one of them, isn't it?
Yeah. So maybe.
And the thing is, then if you've say put one into an SBC and then you see later on that ended up being a mad meta card, you're going to be like, oh shit. Well, if that happens again in the future, I want to make sure I get all the future ones and then grind the game and play the game more. Yeah, so it would be a good. I mean, they are the masters of social engineering, isn't they? So I wouldn't put.
You also have to. I've got to say, like, when it comes to Team of the Weeks, EA have done a madness this year. They've done an absolute madness this year because they've made Team of the Weeks the most desirable cards, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, like last year, you get a Team of the Week and discard it for 10k straight away, right? You ain't bothered. Yeah. Whereas it's January and we're doing 83 plus Team of the Week picks to save ourselves 35k on buying. I don't know what they are now. I know they've been dropping a bit.
29, I think, weren't they?
You know, like Cole Palmer's 83 rated Team of the Week card is a really sought after card at the moment. David Alaba's 85 rated Team of the Week card. 86 rated Team of the Week card. Yeah,
it's been extinct for weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough to get one in a Team of the Week pick, right? And to be quite honest, when I got him, I had no idea why he was so fucking valuable because I wasn't paying attention. So it's incredible. They've made Team of the Weeks incredibly sought after, and then that Evo has boosted it even more. Like these Evos that we're obviously talking about now, they are such an incredible concept. So the best concept I think they brought in for years. Definitely. But you could be right. Maybe they're overselling it slightly at the moment. Jay, I don't know about you, mate. Have you been like?
Do you know what? I've been
working on Evos
I'll be honest,
and stuff.
Right, the only Evo I've done this whole cycle, I did Ansu Fati, but that don't count because I put him in an SBC. Not gonna lie to you. I thought he was too ratty. I didn't like him. I think the only one I've done that I've still got in my club is Garnacho. I did Garnacho at the start of FIFA, and I think I done him to an 84, and I think he's got another one now. But the way I see it, I do some of the odd free ones here and there, but I think it's just a bit too much pay to win for me. Like FIFA points to evolve a player. People want to see the good sides, but I just think I don't want to spend my FIFA points or coins on trying to evolve a player. Like, and the squad foundation one's mine. That has kicked me in the teeth a little bit because I'm the kind of guy I get some of these cards straight in an SBC if I want to do it. Like, I'm just that guy. I'm an SBC fiend right this year. Normally, I'm not a big fan of SBCs, but this year, absolutely mad as much as I can.
Yeah, Shane was saying the same thing. Usually, I mean, last year especially, I know as you spoke to Shane like quite often last year, but Mouse and I had our group chat with him, and he was like against putting things in SBCs.
He wasn't going to do that this year at all, was he?
He would keep all special cards, as many special cards as possible, just in case they needed to be used for a cup or in case they need to be used for a friendly or whatnot. Whereas now he's the opposite. He's the complete opposite now. He's like, if it ain't being used,
the way I see it personally, like I've got my team, I've got my 11, I've got my subs, and then if I can get a little additions to it to make it better, I will. If I don't, anything else can go. Everything else can go. Like,
yeah, that's proper. That's proper interesting, right? Because I am the complete opposite. I've got probably 1,300 cards in my club, just sitting, waiting for team of the year, for upgrades, for this, for that, for SBCs as you know, as much as I can, because I'm a bit of a hoarder.
Yeah.
Like you know, when you're going on SBC and you're trying to put in your high rated shit, if it's a special card,
there's certain special cards I've got this year. But I've got a friend who hoards like you, my friend Jordan, and what he's doing, he's an Arsenal fan, so he's trying to wait for all the Evos for Arsenal players. So he's trying to do like a little Arsenal past and present as well. So anything that he can Evo. So I think Santi Cazorla's got an Evo. It's not the best of Evos, but he's a massive Santi Cazorla fan. And he was telling me, I want to do
Real Oviedo or something.
Yeah, he's an absolute baller. I loved Cazorla, even though I'm a United fan. But honestly, like he's there, like, and he keeps them for Evos. And every day we're talking, and he's there, like, I'm doing this Evo. I'm going to do this Evo. And to me, I'm just thinking, I backed the Kyle Walker yesterday actually. And he said to me straight away, "I'll put that in the Evo." And I'm like, "I'm not spending 100k coins just yet. Like, I've got my, is it Mukulele, Winter Wild Card?
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing a Kyle Walker, and he's a City player, so I don't like him. So
yeah, facts. I mean, I've got Hector Bellerin playing right back. He's like Europa League or whatever.
Do you know what? I've still got that card in my team. In my team, he's absolutely amazing. Like
decent card,
very decent, very decent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying the concept, as we've said before, and I think, like, I guess the way that we summarise our opinions on this is, you know, overall, Evo's class concept, but just needs to be better executed.
100%.
But it's a good start. The one thing I will say, right, and this is completely off topic, but it's just flowing into my head. The other day, I was talking at my missus. I won't say I'm talking to her. I was talking at her. We were driving back from Manchester from the airport back home, and I was saying, do you know what they need to do in FIFA? They need to bring back pink slips. They need to bring back trade offers.
Bring back trades.
Because imagine trade offer Evos. Imagine you've been grinding, and someone's got like I don't know. Let's say for me, for example, someone's got an Evo Stuart Dallas that they don't want, and I would really want him, but I can't be asked to do the grind for him. You know, thank you very much. I'll have the Stuart Dallas, and you can have my Bruno Fernandes. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That for me would be a really good idea, but they'd have to monitor it, and they'd have to.
Yeah, they'll never do it because of that reason. You can manipulate it. That's why we don't have wins from draws. It's just because it can be manipulated. Unfortunately, there's too many.
Don't do wins from draws because they're pricks. But that's why they don't.
Yeah, but it's because it's the PC community. Have you seen this thing with the play styles over the weekend? Mate, did you see it?
It's a joke.
They were loading in with players, and they put every play style.
What?
Every play style plus on every player.
That's ratty, man. That's ratty. I can't.
They just don't care.
I can't deal with
that. Got to take crossplay off now, man.
Mate,
yeah, you have to.
They're lucky they can't get messages off me because I don't like that. I don't like that business, man. I don't like sweaty players and rats in the game. I think it makes the game too toxic for me, man.
Don't ever play against Azza then. He's a sweatbag.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
just
how
different
Dale
gravy,
last
son.
night.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to say, should we mention that?
I
Do you
mentioned
want to mention that, mate? Do you want to mention your game with Dale last?
my cheeky
My boy
5-1
Dale,
against
shout
the
out
mighty
Dale.
Dale. You know, if you need any weekend league services, come to me now instead. You know.
I think you got to do it.
One thing I would say about that though is Dale did message me afterwards because I sent him my 4-2-2 tactics and he went and won 7 in 47 minutes. So
Yeah, man.
Dale was insane.
Mate, he's insane.
He's insane.
Yeah, he's
Big
nuts.
love to Dale,
Yeah.
man. That's my brother. Not too far from me, man. I love that guy.
He's another one we'll definitely have
You need to get
on
one.
the
He's
pod
an
at some
amazing
point.
guy, man. You just sound.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we need to chat the new promo versus Fire and Ice. It's fucking shite.
Can I start?
Yeah.
That is it.
Absolutely bollocks. A waste of time. The shittest promo to ever come into the game. Seriously, like what I don't like it. I don't see the point in it. It's just a filler promo before Team of the Year. Straight up.
And this is exactly what I wanted to say.
Straight up.
The one positive that I can take out of this versus promo is that I have been using, because I had to buy him for the cup, this Alvaro Morata ice card, and I'm actually very much enjoying him. But I am in Div 6 and I am playing against noobs. So
I was going to say, I love your ability to just really hype up shit cards.
yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I've used his 85 and it's absolutely wank.
Yeah,
Is that the purple
It
card?
doesn't matter.
85?
He's absolutely wank. But
Yeah,
the
no.
blue
You got to
one,
remember
the blue
who I'm
one.
playing against. You got to remember who I'm playing against. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm in Div
yeah,
6. I'm doing on me friendlies. You know, sandbagging. Or I don't give a fuck. Now, what are your opinions on the promo? Jay's bang on
Said
in
it
my
straight
opinion.
up. I can't say any more about it.
I
lads.
think it. Yeah, I think it is just a filler promo. I've heard that it's near the 20th of Jan that we're going to get Team of the Year.
I've been told the 26th.
Yeah, so that'll be full team 26th,
Full team
and then
26th.
I'm guessing that, you know.
Yeah, the full team.
Now I'm saving packs from now on for Team of the Year. I've got like 75, I think, so far. So I'm going to probably
I'm about to open
look for like
packs right now.
150, 200, I think, for me for Team of the Year. Not that I'm going to get anything, but I always like that kind of gamble. What are you guys doing? You still opening packs? You saving anything?
Opening packs all day.
What do you think?
Every pack I can get, I'm opening. I've got enough coins to open some big pack near the end of the full squad, and if I get a VVD like I did last year, I'm winning. If I don't get one, we go again. That's it. Like I open everything I can. I love it. I can't keep them. I try and keep them. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, no willpower.
No willpower. No.
Azza, what about you? What are you doing with yours?
I haven't been saving so far, but like I said, I have kind of jumped back onto streaming and a new series and all that. So there is that side of me that wants to save them for the content reasons. And obviously I'm not limited on this pack, so I'm not RTG in it. So I can just buy packs in Team of the Year if I feel like it. So that is obviously a nice little safety net. I think what I'm going to do going forward from now to Team of the Year, which is about one, maybe not two, one FUT champs, I think, is just save some of the bigger ones, the 85 pluses, etc. Anything like 84 plus, I think I'll save. The rest are just going to get open there and then just to fund certain lifestyles. But yeah, I think I'll pull a few aside just for content. But yeah, otherwise, a bit like JB there, just rip it open.
Rip them open, mate. All day long. All day long.
A moral obligation that Azza lives by. Mouse, what about you?
To be fair, I'm gonna save a premium gold preview pack is what I'm gonna save for Team of the Year.
Do you know what?
That will be about it.
Pack. I forgot about my preview pack today.
I didn't save any last year.
My preview pack.
Yeah, I didn't save any last year, and I packed 2. So 1 tradable, 1 untradeable. So I'm gonna go.
That pissed me right off. I'd saved like 100 packs, and I packed fucking Eder Militao.
I was the first
player pick, and you were the first person to pack
first
one.
one to pack one.
My VVD, it was. I felt like Christmas come late. I swear to God, I played like 2,000 games with him after I packed him. Like,
it is some feeling. You have to admit,
it's
like,
unreal.
I know it's like
getting a team of the year at team of the year, not when the 85-10s come out, is another feeling.
Yeah,
It
it's unreal.
sounds sad as fuck, really, doesn't it? Because it's pixels on a screen, but
Nah, it's not
you
sad
know,
as fuck. This is what
I
we live
once
for,
cracked-
boys.
Nah.
It's what
Yeah.
we.
It's the
It's what we.
pinnacle,
It's
isn't
what we
it?
do
It's
for
the
fun.
pinnacle of
pinnacle.
FIFA. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. It's the pinnacle of FIFA. Bang on. Like I packed Team of the Year Ronaldo out of a 100k pack when we had the proper league SBCs CR7. Mate, absolutely like the best. One of my favorite
It's
cards
cold.
ever. One of my favorite cards ever. Proper made me like buzzing, and I was sat next to my missus at the time, and I was like going mad in the lounge, and she was looking at me like, "Are you fucking mental? Like, are you okay?" But
They don't get it, do they?
they don't get it. It is something.
Do you know what? My missus watches me open packs all the time, like, and she sees that anger when I get something really bad. I thought it's going to be good. I feel like I've been robbed. Like, she sees me when I get really excited. I remember the other year I packed the team of the season, Messi, and I got absolutely excited, and she just don't know what the excitement's about. And like when I used to buy points all the time and stuff, she just didn't know what it was about. But some people like to collect stamps. Some people like to buy FIFA points and open packs. Do you know what I mean? You can't judge
I like
anyone.
that.
As likes to get
I
his
like
women,
that.
I like to open FIFA packs. So you know what I'm saying? Top shagger you are, as a mate. Top shagger.
God help if anything does become serious with this bird and she listens to these. She's going to be like,
She's not going to listen to these.
you're a
don't worry.
menace.
Oh,
Don't worry.
mate, we've heard the stories, my boy. So it's all love. It's all love.
Mouse, what about your opinion on the promo?
It is what it is. It's not great. It's same as every other promo. It's top heavy, and the rest is shit. I have discovered that Hiradeki's actually a really good keeper.
Oh, is it? Which one? The fire one or the ice one?
The ice one I've got
the
in my
ice one
team.
yesterday, actually. So I might give him a go.
Yeah, I packed him tradable, but I was like, do you know what? I've got Van der Sar can't save anything. Dudek's just as bad. So I was like, I'll give him a go, and he got me to 13 wins. So I can't
Like that.
I can't grumble with it.
Well done,
So,
man. Well done.
Yeah, I can't grumble. So I've packed a couple. Got Spinazzola and that right wing. What's his Lorient or whatever his name is. One from Sassuolo. Yeah. So I've packed a couple. I've kept my run going of packing a promo card of every promo so far. So I can't grumble.
Winter Wildcard was insane for packing players, man. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, to be fair, but I'm more concentrated on playing games than actually menu grind at the moment. Anyway,
I hear that.
What I will say is Winter Wildcard as a promo started off unbelievable. Like it was 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Fully.
And then by the end, it was a 2. It fizzled off massively. Yeah. And I can't actually put my finger on what happened. I don't know whether you guys have any ideas, but for me, it started off amazing. I was absolutely buzzing, and I started saving all my packs for Team of the Year by then. Ripped them all open, won in all the Winter Wildcards. Got Garincha out of the 84/20, I think.
Yeah.
And fucking went mad. New Year's Day, whatever it was, New Year's Eve. Got Eusebio done. Shout out to everybody that interacted with that tweet, because fuck me, I had some abuse. And I was buzzing with the promo, but then at the end, I genuinely just got bored and stopped playing and stopped grinding the menus and shit like that. So, and that's kind of my bread and butter.
Was that promo like 3 weeks long? Was it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It ran its course.
Yeah,
it ran its course. That's the problem. And they dropped down to one pack. We had 2 packs after 3 days, or whatever it was, didn't we? We had 2 teams after 3 days. They ran that then when they dropped in the 3rd team, and then they just killed it.
Fully.
Which the thing is, they kill normal promos on a Wednesday, but we've only had 4 days of it, so we don't notice it. But where we've had nearly 20 days of it and they kill it, I think that's what it was. It's normal, but where it was elongated across 3 weeks, it just felt like
I think 2 weeks for a promo is like all right. When it's like a bit more than that, people lose interest as well. Do you know what I mean?
Because they do, if you notice, they kill 2-week promos. They kill on the Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
They do it every time. They run a 2-week. Like now, you think we've had the oddest SBCs and stuff. When you think about it, we've got player moments coming out this week. We've not had another fire or ice card, have we? And then we've also had a Squad Foundations objective player, that's what I mean.
Are they still doing that?
A storyline, wasn't it? Well, yeah, it was a storyline one, wasn't it? Inside the objectives,
Oh,
which is odd.
was that Stuani?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, an SBC for
Be
me.
interesting to see if he's in an SBC, if he's in an evolution soon.
And if he is, I'm going to be a bit upset because I did put him straight in an SBC.
Yeah, could be.
Big
Yeah,
Slack
man, I
keep
had
in
to.
mind going forward.
Yeah, I've got him. I finished him up yesterday doing Alaba. Before we move on to the next part of the podcast, I'd just like to throw out an apology to Azza because I've just completely skipped past him. To be quite honest, I don't really care, but he looks like he's going to cry. So I thought I'll just throw it back to you. Azza, what's your opinion on the promo, mate?
Don't care. My opinion on Fire and Ice had all the potential in the world. It always does, but it's just I just think it's poorly executed. I think you can tell a lot about a promo when they don't bring out icons for it. You can tell what they think about it when it's just one of them ones where they just chuck out, like you said, filler for just before Team of the Year. Graphics wise as well, it's always a banger to look at. I always love the cards, but yeah, they're just useless. You're only going to use one or the other half the time, so it's just I don't like them. Waste of time. Beautiful cards to look at, beautiful graphics to come up with them, but other than that, don't excite me at all.
And again, I'll get out of his ass at some point today. But as his card counters that he's created for
Beautiful.
Twitch,
They look insane.
Unbelievable.
Thank you very much.
Again, get onto his Twitter, get onto his YouTube, his Twitch, etc. Have a look. Fucking class. Absolutely.
She'd be giving it to you lot for free, so go and hit him up ASAP. She'd be charging for them amazing animations and designs. You know what I mean?
I think from now he charges.
I think you got him, mate. I think the price just went up.
You got subs to me on Twitch now.
JB said so. Yeah, mate.
Price of the brick just went up
as well. Best £5 I've ever spent in my life.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Boys, as we have the privilege of having JB14 on the pod today, we need to talk tunes.
Yes.
So on the way back from Brussels this weekend, had a lovely little couple of days out in Belgium. I had the ultimate FIFA soundtrack blaring as I was driving down the motorway. Absolutely put me in my element. I was buzzing. I had a smile on my face the whole time, and I fucking hate driving, but it was class. I loved it. So we've had this chat before in the group chat. We've had a couple of conversations about it, but I think it's time that we come up with our top 5 FIFA or FC songs of all time. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 5 each, along with 5, and in Mouse's case, to 17 honourable mentions that we obviously want to talk about and chat about. So I will go first. I'll give you my 5 honourable mentions. And it'll be really interesting to see whether any of you lot have these in your honourable mentions or have them in your top 5. But obviously, don't say it until we get to you. We're going to keep the suspense alive a little bit. So, my shout-out songs, my honourable mentions. Number 1 is Take Your Mama by Scissor Sisters.
Yes.
Number 2 is Walk by Quabs, and I was so close to having that song in my top 5, but he's just missed out. Another one that I don't know how this is in the top 5, but it isn't, is Monster by The Automatic. Number 4 is Helicopter by Block Party. And number 5 is Red Morning Light by Kings of Leon. They are my 5 honourable mentions.
Yes.
Each one of them could quite easily get in my top 5, but 5 absolute bangers that have made it onto my ultimate FIFA playlist that I have created ready for me to play champs this weekend. We are going to go up to Azza as he's above me in our little stream that we've got in front of me. So over to you, your 5 honourable mentions for me first.
Right, so I actually originally came in with 1 honourable mention, but I had picked so many earlier on to get into my top 5. I've got a couple that I can just kind of reel off. So the one that I did come in with, I think is the definition of an honourable mention, is Blur Song 2.
Yes.
And that is from the, I would have been 4 years old when this came out, but it's from the Road to the World Cup 98. And it was actually the first FIFA that had a licensed soundtrack as well. So what a banger to start on for FIFA themselves. And then I'm going to just reel off a couple of the names that I had written down that didn't quite make my top 5, but I do enjoy. And the first one is I can't understand the word they say, but it's Bomba Estéreo, Soyo. And I found myself whistling that all year, that the year that FIFA was on. And Kasabian, Stevie, what better song to come on in the menus when your icon Steven Gerrard has just banged one in the top bins. We've got a couple there. American Authors, Hit It, and Chasing Status, No Problem. And of course, one for Ryan as well. MGMT, Kids, banger.
We've had mine. We've had Az's. For the listeners, we've just had a slight break so that I could put the years in next to each one of my honourable mentions and my top 5. So we're going to try our very best to throw some years out to you guys as well. We're going to move across my screen to Jay,
me.
who's going to tell us his honourable mentions first. And I'm interested to see or hear what the musician among us has to say.
I think, to be honest, you lot know me, like, you know what I'm into personally, but it's a little bit different. Like, the first one is that Sam Stone, Black and Gold. Black and Gold, that's a tune. And my brother reminded me of that one yesterday, actually. Big up Hayden and that. Also, I put the Fitbit Don't You Know It by the Streets. Because like I said, Mighty Skinner's an absolute icon. The tune's absolutely amazing. It's got the
Great
it's
tune.
just the feel of the whole tune. It's like, I can't explain it. Like, I still listen to it to this day. It's in my playlist, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, unreal song.
Another one, that Jerk It Out song.
Yeah.
Caesars, the
Yeah,
Caesars.
the Caesars, that's it. Jerk It Out, that's a tune. And also the next two, like, one of them is by a guy called Gardner. It was on FIFA 23. It's called Disturb Them with MC Spider. It's a bit of a drum and bass tune and that. And fun fact is, one of my friends, Chin, you followed him earlier, actually, CK. He actually used to sound engineer his stuff because he's from the same area that we're from.
Nice.
Like, so yeah, like, I wouldn't say he's a friend of mine, but we've been in the same rooms and that. Do you know what I mean? And the last one is from FIFA 20 by a MC called Kamikaze, and the tune's called Last Night. And why I had to mention it is because he's the first rapper who's actually a professional football player. And on FIFA 16, he had a card for Luton Town as Matt Roberts, I believe.
Sweet.
Cheeky.
So yeah,
No.
like, 3 of them is I generally like. One of them I had to shout at someone that I know, and I think the Kamikaze one's quite like, they're all good tunes, but I think the Kamikaze one's that. But then I got other ones as well. I could say, like, I could throw out so many, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my
hundreds.
missus, like, she was there chatting to me before the pod, and she was just going along the FIFA 23 playlist because she sung so many to me when I'm opening packs and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? There's so many.
Yeah, I was chatting to mine earlier, and she was going, what's that Fred Again song that's on the FIFA
There's
this
one
year?
song, actually, I have to mention as well. Sorry for interrupting. Right? Is it called Heat Waves? It's on last year. It's called Heat Waves.
Yeah.
Like, something
Glass Animals.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, she used to sing that all the time.
That's in one of my mentions.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, and like,
I would like to, that a random fact about that. That's the most Spotify streamed FIFA song.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to
That's
say
Because it
huge on
went
TikTok.
massive on TikTok. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Tell my missus that after the pod.
Yeah, it's quality. On the topic as well, have you seen there's that Premier League footballer that is apparently an MC, but he uses a mask?
No,
and
he's not a Premier League footballer. Didi's not a Premier League footballer.
not?
No, it's Ojo who plays for Cardiff.
Really?
100%.
you used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah, he
Shay
used to play
Ojo.
for Liverpool. Yeah, Sammy
Shay
Ojo.
Ojo,
No,
yeah.
I had to do it, like, because a lot of my friends, like, even if they don't make music, we all listen to the same kind of stuff, like, mainly. And when he first come out, like, everyone thought it could have been Eddie and Ketia, but it's not.
Yeah,
Everyone's thinking it's Saka.
Or Saka.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Saka because of the height of the guy.
No.
It's Ojo, but it's Ojo. That's what the rumours are saying. I can't confirm
That's an
that.
interesting one.
But it's a bit weird because he says about my team stay winning. At the same time, I think Cardiff are like in a relegation battle or something.
Not at the moment.
But
Do you know what? Me and him got the same barber, so I might bring it up.
He
to him.
could be a Liverpool fan, though.
To be
mate.
fair,
That'd be
man,
why.
D-Day, he has dropped an EP recently and it was actually really good. Like, it was really good. I only listened to it once, but it was really good.
We literally go
we'll
to
have
the
to check
same
it out.
barbers, so next time I see him, I'm gonna grill him on
If
it.
you see him, ask him, and just say Big JB told him, and if there's a problem, give me a shout. And we can go Lord of the Mics or something, clash it out in the basement or something. If you know, you know.
Class.
Take his head top with a 16
Yeah,
bar.
Azza, you're basically related to Ojo now because you have the same barber. So
Yeah.
go get chatting to him. We're gonna move on, Mouse. Up
Yeah.
to you. Let's do it. Talk to me.
So I've got a plethora of ones here. So we've got FIFA 04, Fool's Gold by Stone Roses.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Couldn't make my list. LSF, Kasabian. That's on my list.
Spot on.
Another one from 04 as well, Town Called Malice, The Jam
Oh,
as well. That's in there. Going all the way back to 98, Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Jesus. I was
Yeah,
like 7
I
then
was
still.
mate, I was around for that shit, so it's fine.
I was 3, so it's not quite.
I was
there.
like 7.
Quite there.
A more recent one, actually, because I do really like him. Found What I've Been Looking For, Tom Grennan.
Yeah, that's a good
Tune,
choice.
Tune, yeah.
Yeah.
good one.
And then I don't want to do too many because I think you guys should pick them up as we go. But for entertainment value, anyone who is older and did play the PES games in the early 2000s, so 2003 onwards, go and search on Spotify or YouTube PES songs, because when you go back and listen to the PES 6 menu music and something like PES 4 edit mode, PES 3 highlights themes, they are phenomenal. They're such good tunes. They're not obviously known or anything like that, but the nostalgia that came back from
I'm
it
going
was
on YouTube
amazing.
tonight.
Yeah.
I almost lost my mind when I listened to them because I was like, oh my God. Like the highlights theme's the best one, because back in those days, we just used to play our mates. There was no, obviously the online shit didn't exist. So, you just used to go and play your mates. And then, yeah, you literally used to go and play your mates. And then obviously at the end of the game, you'd sometimes sit and watch the highlights. And then I remember that tune from that. So
That's
for
nostalgia.
nostalgia for me was massive.
Yeah, I like that, man.
So
I like that a lot.
it was well worth a listen. But,
Downloading the playlist as we
That
speak.
for me is
Right.
one of the best things about gaming in general, is how you can hear a tune or a rhythm or a jingle.
It just
It'll
opens
take
up a
you back
whole
10
other
years.
memory. Like, it's amazing.
That is it, man.
It's amazing.
That is it. And hopefully this conversation that us four are having is going to have the same effect on the listeners that we have got. Well, fingers crossed anyway. All right. Top 5s then, boys. Top 5s. I'll start. I'm going to go 5th. I'm going to give you the reason behind my 5th choice. Number 5 for me is a song from FIFA 13, and it is Clubfoot by Kasabian. The reason it is number 5, or the reason it gets into my top 5, is not only does it just throw out memories of FIFA 13 when I was absolutely smashing the game when I was what was I just starting uni, I think, FIFA 13, maybe ending college. But it is a song that is on one of my favourite films of all time, and it is on Goal. And it's when Newcastle United are coming out of the tunnel and they're playing against Liverpool. And that's the song that's playing when the commentator's chatting about it. And that just brings me back to that film, the memories that I've got of playing FIFA and obviously
That's the
watching
original
Santiago
Alex Hunter, in
Nunes.
my opinion. Santiago Munez.
The memories I've got of Santiago Nunes going from right to left footed in the space of 2 minutes. He's, incredible.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely incredible. Really, really love that song. So that's my number 5. We'll go back up to Azza. Az, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is probably the more modern one of the 5. So a lot of mine are slightly older because, like I said, video game soundtracks do take you back to the nostalgic days. So I've gone with my favorite one of the modern era, FIFA 15, Avicii, The Nights. It's just one of them ones that just gets you going, isn't it? It gets you in the mood. I don't think I would actually lose a game of FIFA if I had that on loop during FUT Champs. It's just one of those. It really gets you in a good mood and lifts you up. So yeah, that's my number 5.
R.I.P. Avicii, by the way.
Yes.
Mouse?
My number 5 actually is from FIFA 15. around then, I wasn't actually playing FIFA. I'd literally just come back from a stint on Call of Duty. So I just getting back into playing FIFA, and I just played career mode. And it's actually Busy Earning by Jungle.
Busy
Oh, mate.
earning.
That's on my list as well.
That is, So that's my number 5, just for that reason. As is the next couple. So that was the reason why.
That was definitely on my list of about 100 that I had that I needed to whittle down. JB.
Okay, first of all, I've just had to quickly try and get mine from 1 to 5 or 5 to wherever you want to go it, because I didn't put the numbers down. But I'm now having a look at the list, and I think number 5 is from FIFA 14. That's when I first started proper playing foot as well, like about halfway through the year. So I was more just an offline guy. But it's Small Paul's Dreaming. Like literally, because it would always be the one I can remember, like constantly. But to be fair, I could have picked a lot of FIFA 14. So I have got another FIFA 14 song coming up in the list. Like I think FIFA 14, just the nostalgia, like of playing online, like where I was in my life at the time. And I would be sitting there after work, like playing, and just like it was just the same tunes over and over again. It was just amazing.
I'll move on to my number 4 because mine is also Small Paul's Dreaming. But Shane has sent in his 5th, and his number 5 is No Problem by Chasing Status.
Bang on.
So again, another song that could have been on anyone's top 5, 100%. So like I said, my 4th was Small Paul's Dreaming, back up to Azza.
So my number 4 is a song that should be in everyone's top 5. It's from probably my favourite memories of FIFA as a child. FIFA 2004, and it is Caesar's Jerk It Out. I think it's going to be on everyone's list. It's just a phenomenal tune.
Yeah, boy.
You hear that and you think of football. You see adverts with football in the background. You know, you see football montages of it on, and it just immediately makes me think of football and Football Manager with career mode, manager mode with my uncle as a kid. Yeah, that's why that's there.
It's such a tune.
It's a banger.
Banger.
Such a tune. Mouse, number 4.
So, funny you should say that. It was Jerk It Out by Caesars, but it's not, because I took it out last minute.
Oof.
I actually changed it for something that Azza says to Ryan on a daily basis, and that is You're Just My Type by Saints Motel. It's my number 4 from FIFA 15, again, because it was around the same time I was playing career mode and stuff like that. I always remember another one that was it was always on.
Yeah, and he certainly is my type.
Exactly.
Feelings mutual, mate. JB.
My next one's on FIFA 04. And I remember this one. I think someone's already said this as well, but this reminds me of playing with my brother before school. The menus and that, and then dashing the controllers at each other. Having a fight, big up Biggs, because we used to do all that. We still do it to this day. We still argue about FIFA every day, every time he comes over. But it's a town called Malice.
Yeah,
and also, if I'm right, it's in Billy Elliot as well, yeah?
That's my favourite film of all time,
that
unbelievably.
Is a great film.
But I've seen the musical and everything. I went to London, saw the musical.
I don't think she's ever watched Billy Elliot, and I'm like, wow.
Like, I don't think I have.
We're watching it tonight, babe.
Such a good film.
Great film. I love it. The story of it
fact.
just reminds me. It just reminds me, like FIFA 04 was a great game. Like just a great game. Amount of times I used to play with my brother Iggs and that. Like honestly, like amazing memories.
Fun fact about Billy Elliot. It's actually filmed in Sunderland, and I went up to Sunderland to see my mate who was from there, and we drove through the village. Or through the place where it was filmed.
Did you dance down the hill?
Mate, I got out of the car and danced down the hill, didn't I?
Right, can I say something completely off topic, football related now? He's talking about where films are, right? So in Green Street, when they go to see the fight Manchester United, they stop at an empty train station. That's the train station next to my hometown.
Look at that.
Westbury train station. I'm from
there's so many
train station, man.
There's so many things wrong with that scene as well. It's
they go out and it's really dead and quiet.
They put the emergency stop on in the middle of the thing and somehow end up in a train station.
It's exactly dead like that in real life. It's changed now, but it's so dead and so quiet. Like I just had to put that in there. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. We like that.
We'll move over to Shane's number 4. Shane's number 4 is from FIFA 19 and is Pockets by Easy Life.
That's a good tune.
This is another one that nearly made my list. Absolute certified banger. Absolutely unbelievable tune. On to my number 3 then. Number 3 is taking me back to when I was 4 years old. FIFA 99, and it is Rockefeller Skank by Fatboy Slim.
Go on, son.
Now that is an absolute banger of a tune. When that came on my playlist, I genuinely, the smile that came across my face, absolutely unbelievable.
Fatboy Slim, iconic.
What an absolute banger. Fatboy Slim, as you said, iconic in the musical scene. Azza, your number 3, please.
Sticking to FIFA 2004, just like my 4th one. Like I said, one of my favourite FIFAs ever. I've gone for Kings of Leon, Red Morning Light, which I think was one of your honourable mentions, Ryan. Just a proper football song, you know, not just FIFA, but proper football song. You know, gets me in the mood, makes me want to go out there and ping a 40-yard pass. Just a great song, especially to listen to when you're playing FIFA or watching football highlights.
Just a tune. Another
tune,
one.
just
absolute tune.
like.
I don't know how else you can describe any of these songs, to be fair. But, ridiculous. Mouse, number 3?
Yeah, so I did flirt with Rockefeller Skank, actually. But what I went with was Black and White Town by the Doves in FIFA 06 is what I went with. I just love Doves, a great band. Love a song.
Oh, yeah,
That's it. Yeah, it's a great tune.
I don't know that one. I'll have to listen to it.
I'll listen to it. I'll show you later, but yeah, it's a great tune.
Jay?
I don't want to say my number 3 now because someone's already said it. FIFA 99. Fatboy Slim, Rockefeller Skank.
Yeah.
Absolute tune. Do you know what? I think 99 was the first game I ever tried to get into. I was about 7, 8 years old.
The first one I played.
And honestly, that tune just it's just a vibe. It's just a massive vibe. Like I still play it to this day. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just one of them party tunes. It just makes you feel good. Do you know what I mean? And that's what a song should be when you're playing a game.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was out now.
Oh yeah, I texted my dad earlier.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I think like if songs like this were out now on the game, you'd feel better after you had a bad game. Do you know what I mean? Feel good music.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. I apologise.
Bang on. No, you're good. I texted my dad earlier, and I sent him the link to that song, and I went, "Do you remember this song?" He's not a big like music. He's like heavy metal, loves like Judas Priest and stuff like that. So I sent him that song. I said, "Do you remember this song?" And he was like, "Yeah, it wasn't." He listened to it and he phoned me and he went, "Wasn't that song on that FIFA game that me and you used to play?" And it was the only time I could ever beat you.
That's amazing.
Because I was 4 years old
when
I was playing it, and then probably by the age of like 5 or 6, I was beating him. But that's that family memory that he's got from that one tune playing FIFA. Like absolutely class. I loved it. Unbelievable.
Ryan's dad confirmed Div 10.
Yeah, facts. Right then, Shane's number 3, already been said, is "Jerk It Out" by the Caesars.
Yeah.
Again, one that could have been on anyone's list. Spoiler, not on my list. So, interesting one. There's
a lot about a person that.
It does.
It's not on mine either.
Mine was in the honourable mentions, so
it's too predictable as well.
I couldn't throw it in because it was obviously it's obviously a massive tune. So
massive.
Right, we will move on to number 2. So the silver medal in my group of 5 goes to a song from FIFA 2008, I believe, and it is "Goodbye Mr. A" by the Hoosiers.
Tune, I forgot about that tune.
Great song. Sitting there in the arena, juggling a ball with Ronaldinho.
Unbelievable memories. Crazy song, class song. Know every lyric to it. Had it on when I was doing the washing up 5 minutes, like 5 minutes before I came on the pod. Unreal, class song. Let's move to Azza.
Right, so like I said, a lot of these are how I felt and my favourite FIFAs. And this is a little bit of a curveball. I just mentioned juggling the ball with Ronaldinho in 2008, but what better game to juggle the ball with Ronaldinho than FIFA Street? And what better song on FIFA Street than the commentator himself, Dizzy Rascal, Stand Up Tall. Absolute vibes with the boys, constantly playing FIFA Street. Pull up your socks, stand up tall, just iconic for me.
Yeah.
I think it's an outside curveball with a FIFA Street, but what a tune, what a commentator in the game as well, and what a guy in real life, by the way.
Mate, some unbelievable songs on FIFA Street.
Oh,
Both
unreal.
FIFA Street 1
The
and 2.
best soundtrack of FIFA
class,
Street.
class
FIFA
songs.
Street.
I actually forget about them a lot of the time. Class. Mouse, number 2.
So mine's a long way back from FIFA 98 Road to the World Cup. Anyone that's listened to me before knows that was the first ever game properly that I got into, as my dad surprised me on Christmas Day with it. And it is Song 2 by Blur.
Blur.
Yeah.
Had to be in
Great
my
song.
top. Had to be in my top
Yeah.
2. Means a lot to me, that song. So just from the game, obviously, getting it as a surprise and everything like that. It was the first one I ever really got. So yeah. Always a big one for me. That.
The memories attached to these songs are incredible.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
No one else can see us, obviously, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to record our screens and stuff and chuck it on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. But like the smiles on everyone's faces right now, just chatting about these songs.
Trust me, man.
It's mad. It's mad. It's really nice to
You
see.
should see my bottom half.
Oh, Lengthy.
Didn't know your
Lengthy
missus was under the desk.
Yeah.
Jay, number 2, mate.
I'm just thinking which one. Yeah, number 2, FIFA 14. I love that game. Obviously, like I said, Wretch 32, who is one of my favourite rappers in the whole entire world, so I had to mention him. He did a song called 24 Hours. And to be fair,
Yeah.
I'm a massive, massive Wretch fan. Like, I mean, like, well before, like, all the way he's blown now, like, I like, he's one of the first rappers that made me want to rap. Like, because of what he says is just crazy. But I think the song, like, I just think it's a great song to be on FIFA. Like, it's someone that I look up to myself. Do you know what I mean? And I think, yeah.
It makes beautiful music.
And I had to put some rap in there eventually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wretch 32 did a song called 6 Words, which is one of my favourite songs.
I'm pretty sure he had
ever.
another song on a
Absolutely
game,
love that
but
song.
I'm not sure. And I was going to put it on there, and it's called Breathe. And it's like, I don't remember, because I'll send you a link later, but I don't know if it was in FIFA or not. I was trying to look to see if it was, but I couldn't find anything. But it was an amazing song. Anything to do with Wretch 32, I've seen him live a couple of times as well. It's amazing, like, amazing. Yeah, nostalgia there.
It's quality.
Right, on to Shane's number 2. It is Comeback Kid by Kasabian.
Good shout.
I think there's
Great
a bit of a
shout.
meaning behind that one as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Leicester, aren't they?
Heavy shout,
Yeah.
mate. That's a heavy shout.
And that's
Yeah,
where
so they're
Shane is
from down the road
from
where Shane lives, so he obviously wanted to throw them some love
Big
in
up the
his
Leicester
top 5.
massive.
I love that.
I will move us on, gents, to number 1 on my top 5. Now, I don't think anybody else is going to have this song. If they do, I will respect you even more than they already do. It's a song from FIFA 13. I actually tweeted the artist last year when they did the Ultimate FIFA soundtrack, and this song wasn't on it. I tweeted the artist and basically said how much of a disgrace this song was not put on the Ultimate FIFA soundtrack. And he did like the tweet, so it made me really happy.
Hey.
It is a song called Us Against the World by Clement Marfo and the Frontline. Certified banger. Whenever you're in a shit mood, stick that song on. I guarantee you it'll boost you. It will make you feel better. I love the song. Absolutely unbelievable. Puts me in a cracking mood all the time. It's on my playlist and pretty much every playlist I have apart from the one when I need to go to sleep. Just 10 out of 10. FIFA tune. Great memories from FIFA 13 again. Interesting, I think I've got 2 songs from FIFA 13 that are on this list. So I think that was probably where I really started getting into Ultimate Team and stuff like that. So that's my top 5. Clubfoot, Dreaming, Rockefeller Skank, Goodbye Mr. A, Us Against the World. Azza, give us your number 1.
So my number 1 the way I went about this was, which FIFA song do I think I have sung the most in my life? And I think that is definitely this one. I think it has a little bit to do with it being FIFA '09 when Ultimate Team first came out, because the addiction I had for that from day one was unreal. Spent a lot of time in the menus. It's been mentioned already, but is Sam Sparrow Black and Gold. I
Yeah.
sing that constantly, still to this day when I'm
Yeah,
playing
man.
FIFA. Grace, I think if I asked my mum what song have I sung the most from FIFA, she'd probably say the same thing. I just constantly used to sing that. So
Love that.
yeah,
Love that.
Black and Gold.
Unbelievable tune. Again, I actually went to a black and gold party once. Just little throw that one out there.
No, it was a Young and Old, not Black and Gold.
Ah, good one.
I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking the
I reckon
same.
I was like 14 when I went to it, to be fair. Mouse, number one.
So mine has already been said. It's in someone else's top 5. But it's not from FIFA that I remember the song. It is from a football game, but it's from a different football game, and it came 8 years prior. And that's just because that was when I alluded to earlier, actually, playing with your mates and everything like that, and back when gaming was super, super enjoyable. It is number one. Number one is the first word of said song, and said song is Club Foot by Kasabian. Is my number one. From my era, obviously I'm slightly older than you boys, but from my era, that song's the one from PES 05. That's the song that everyone remembers. It was the opening for that game, and that's when we used to sit there. You turn it on, you put the disc in, turn it on, and you'd listen to that song. You wouldn't skip it to go to start playing the game. You'd listen to the song through, and then you'd start playing. That's how that song meant to us when we were playing the game. So yeah, always going to be always will be my number one. I can't see anything unless Sorloff brings out a song for FIFA, then that will remain my number one. And it's got to be a love song to me, obviously. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know what? I just
completely
refreshed
respect
my
that.
memory with that song as well. Because I was thinking, do I know what song this is? So I just played it there. I had my other headphone in my ear. And now I'm kicking myself. I didn't even think of it in the first place. Because that is one of them, like you say, you'd see it on Match of the Day, you'd see it on montages
Yeah.
about
Everywhere.
football. Like, that is
It was,
a
yeah.
football song. You're like,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay. Jay, your number one, please.
My number one is one that's already been said. I like you, Azzy. You got very good taste. But I'm very upset that you said the tune before me. And if you can guess it for me, yeah?
Stand up tall.
Dizzy Rascal Stand Up Tall. And listen, if you know me, like, you know what I don't do. So you, like, I'm not gonna lie. I said about this the other day. Like, can I put a FIFA Street song in my list yesterday? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, it's Dizzy. It's Stand Up Tall. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's just one of them bangers. And when you're playing the game, doing the little rainbow flicks and that, and you just playing it in the background, it's
Game
like
breakers.
Stand Up Tall is one of the best songs to ever be made out of the genre that I love. And if I didn't put that number one, I wouldn't feel right in myself. Personally, like
it deserves to be.
Dizzy's the boy. But as I announced it for me, Dizzy Rascal Stand Up Tall, FIFA Street. Bosh.
And we'll end with Shane's number one. Again, one that has already been said. An incredible tune. Shane's number one is The Nights by Avicii. Again,
iconic.
You know, I cannot complain at anybody's top fives here. I can't complain at any songs that we've, discussed. I mean, there's probably going to be a few complaints with some of the songs that we've forgotten about or not spoken about or whatever.
Like the Gorilla,
but there are just so many FIFA tunes.
I was coming in my head right now. Like the Gorillas had a tune on a FIFA
19 to 2000.
Yeah, it was the Soul Child remix.
Yeah.
Like this, Miss Dynamite TT.
Yeah,
like
on there,
so many, and I feel kind of like there was all written down on my list initially, and then I couldn't put them in. Not even as honorable mentions. Like there was so many other ones. That's one thing EA do right is make good music, put good music on their playlist. Just say that, yeah. EA, you're all right with some things. Let me pack a team.
So what we're going to do after this, we're going to collate all these together, all these songs, and then we will make a Spotify and a YouTube music playlist with all the tunes on there. And then if we have missed any bangers and you guys realise, then just tweet us and we're more than happy to add them into the playlist.
And if you are in Safey's Discord, there is a podcast section in the Discord now where it's called Podcast Chat. So if you have any questions, anything that you want us to talk about, any ideas for the songs to put on the playlist, we'll drop the links in there, and obviously just drop us a message so that we can add your thoughts in. Boys, that's possibly one of my favourite sections that we've ever done on a podcast.
I really
that was
enjoyed
quality.
that. Like, I'm so glad
The
you invited me to it.
nostalgia is so real, and obviously with Jay being on, we had to talk music. We had to talk
I feel
tunes,
honoured
so
to even be
who
on
better
here, so
to-
thank
to
you.
talk?
Sorry for interrupting. I'm just
So-
excited now. I was nervous first. I'm
Nah,
excited.
you're buzzing,
Thank
you're buzzing,
you. Hey,
it's good.
honestly, lads, thank you, man.
There it is, our favourite FIFA tunes of all time. Please let us know your top 5 if you have one, or if there are any songs out there that you think that we have completely messed up and forgotten. Tweet us, DM us, let us know. Drop us all a follow on Twitter, etc., etc. Jay, thank you so much for coming on, mate. We've massively appreciated it. Before we go, I want you to plug all of your socials, plug your tunes, plug your freestyles, let everybody know where you can be found.
Yeah, so the Twitter, JB1 is the word and 4 is the word. That's on the X, Twitter, whatever you call it now. I don't really know. It's still Twitter to me. The Instagram is JAY_BROOKS91 because I am old. And yeah, to be fair, like if you want to catch me on any music and stuff, if you type in J Brooks Boxed, it'll come up and it will come to the channel, the Word Life channel, which is all my brothers. Big up all my Word Life brothers all day. I got to shout them out because they will end up listening to this after I'm on it, you know what I mean? But they don't even play FIFA half of them either. But yeah, J Brooks Boxed, type that in, you'll find the box freestyle. I have got my own channel, J Brooks TC, has got something on there, but all the new projects that are coming is going to be on the Word Life channel. And then it'll be J Brooks on the streaming sites when it all comes to fruitation. Because I'm not really into that streaming stuff. I'm a bit of an old man in that. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand how it works. But thank you guys for having me. I absolutely appreciate it, man.
It's been a
What
pleasure.
we will do is make sure that when Mouse tweets out the Spotify link to the podcast, we'll make sure that we're like plugging your music and stuff like that, chucking it on there, so everybody can get on it and listen it.
Personally, thank all you guys, man. The last few months being involved in your community, man, you've really given me love. You've all messaged me in my tough times when I've gone a bit of a mad one and that. Like, do you know what I mean? You all make sure I'm all right. You all show me love. I all show you love, and I really, really do appreciate you got me on. And honestly, I do feel
We look after our
I feel
own,
a bit
mate.
humbled, man. I feel a bit humbled, man. There's more to life than music and trolling people on Twitter, man. I realise that. Thank you.
There's way more to life.
But
it's called FIFA.
if all these people that keep, but all these little trolls that keep tweeting Bertie mind, like I will get your IP addresses. Remember that, yeah? Just saying. Bertie,
Facts.
I love you, mate. I love you, Gaffer.
Guys, everybody, thank you so much for listening and getting extremely lengthy with us today. We are about an hour and 20 minutes into the podcast, so that is where we're going to have to end it for today. Make sure to drop us a follow on Twitter, follow the host, follow JB, and don't forget to pass the pod on to your mates. If anybody that you know likes EAFC 24 or likes talking shit, we are the place to come. Peace.